guys, sorry for the long wait because I was busy. Okay, no, it's awkward on camera. Okay, warning one. This has swears and very mature content. Let's just put it that way. One and two. I do stutter when I read, so if you see me stutter on the word, don't judge me in the comments. Goddamn. And one and three. This is only the prologue because I only have 15 minutes. I'm not gonna read a whole book in 15 minutes. That takes forever. And one and four. It's not really a warning, but it's like more of like a compliment. You look nice today. Okay, your hair is pretty. Your clothes look good. Okay, you probably never got that before. You probably never get that from kids at school or college or any of your family members because they don't think that you do. But you do. You look amazing. You are amazing. You deserve that compliment. Okay. And if you say you don't deserve it, you do because you're nice. Subscribe to me, a baby YouTuber who has like nobody. Okay, let's start. Instead of trauma dumping. Prologue. The dungeon reeked of mildew and stale fear. It was a subterranean labyrinth of rough-hewn stone, the walls slick with moisture that clung like spectral fingers. Iron bars, iron bar, cold, iron bars, cold and unforgiving, separated the cell from the narrow wa- walkway illuminated by flickering torches that cast dancing shadows. Eve, her once vibrant cigar-brown hair now a dull, matted mess, slammed her fist against the iron bars of her cell. "Get this damn thing off me, you spineless worm!" she shrieked at the guard. The guard, a burly man with a face like a bulldog, sneered at her. "Pipe down, you rich bitch. Your kind deserves worse." "My kind," Eve laughed with a harsh, humorless sound. "You ain't no power until it bit you in the ass." Guard yells back, "I'll have you put up the chopping block or the gallows." "They can kiss my ass," Eve screamed. "I'd rather hang than spend another minute in this hellhole." A sharp voice cut through the air. "Enough, both of you." The guard froze like stone, trying to grab his sword. Leave us," Felicity commanded, her voice as sharp and cold like the winter solstice. The chef, a portly man with a kind face, approached Eve's cell cautiously. Her hands, bound in long iron chains, clung useless by her side. He dipped a giant metal spoon, a spoon as big as a normal soup bowl, like a big bowl, into a steaming pot he carried and held it to her lips. "Open up, dearie," he asked gently. It's beer soup. Beer soup. Beer soup." Eve ate maniacally, her gaze fixed on her mother. Felicity Wall approached the guard's desk, her hands gloved. "I need to speak with Eve," she stated. The guard said, "The rules are simple," he said, his voice breaking. "No physical contact, no passing of objects, time limit 15 minutes. Just like a YouTube video." Well, Eve drawled. Who decided, "Look who decided to grace me with her presence." Felicity pulled off her hood, revealing a face that is strikingly beautiful despite the lines etched around her eyes and mouth. Her silver hair, streaked with white, was put in a sloppy bun. "You look nice, Eve. And you look dead. Dead." She said it twice, by the way. Felicity ignored the sting. "I'm here about the girls." Eve frowned. "To tell me how much better you raised them than I ever could? Don't be ridiculous. They're your daughters. I'm doing the best I can, but they need their mother. Their mother. Mother. They need their mother. They're better off without me. They love you, Eve." Caroline sent a pigeon message constantly. Just like in fairy sometimes, or medieval times. "Max is a mess. A bipolar, depressive, alcoholic slut, just like me." "Don't talk about her like that. She's just lost, looking for validation. You never made time for her, always chasing her own selfish desires." And Paige, the ADHD artist who can't hold down a boyfriend to save her life. Paige is a free spirit. She sees the world through a different lens. She doesn't need a boyfriend to hold down, as you put it. She needs someone who appreciates her. And Caroline, the tiny-breasted blonde doll who's waiting for Prince Charming. Caroline's a romantic. She believes in true love and happily ever afters. She doesn't need a she doesn't have a vindictive bone in her body. Eve laughed harshly. Please, you make them sound like saints. Enough, Eve, Felicity thundered, her voice a low growl. You may have given them life, but you don't know them at all. Eve, her face pale and drawn, her body wrecked with a sudden thought, let out a gut-wrenching scream. I'm not doing a scream now. Probably break glass. Also, I can't scream. I just turned into like a little nothing. This scream was filled with years of pent-up rage and despair. Get away from me! Get away from me! Stay out of my head! Felicity took a step back, her gaze unwavering. She watched Eve tore off at the chains. Her eyes widening, her breath raging. Eve yanked off the heavy wool cloak that concealed her emancipated frame. Her skin, once smooth and perfect, was now stretched out over protruding bones. This is what you've done to me, Eve sc- shrieked. Screeched. Eve shrieked. Sorry. Eve shrieked. Her voice cracked in effort. You and your rules, you sucked the life out of me. Felicity felt a pang of pity for her daughter. You did this to yourself. Her voice cold as steel. Suffer the consequences, but those girls, they don't deserve to suffer from your sins. Eve's eyes narrowed. The, her gaze flickered to a puddle of water that has collected in years. It was a puny thing, barely bigger than a plate, but to Eve it was power. You think you think you know best, don't you? Eve sneered, sneered, her voice dripping with thorns. With a flick of the wrist, Eve summoned the puddle, making a vortex of pure liquid energy. The water surged forward, wrapping around Felicity's ankles. The water tightened its grip, constricting Felicity's airways, cutting off her breath. Her eyes widened in surprise, then narrowed. The dungeon became a battleground of elemental fury. Ice shards, sharp as broken glass, flew through the air. Eve stood her ground. She twisted the water into razor-sharp blades. Okay, so let me just clarify this. Um, Felicity has the ice part, and Eve does the water part, so that's how you know. Okay, just letting you guys know, because you probably are confused. The other prisoners, awakened by the commotion, watched in fear and fascination. The guard, hearing the commotion, rushed to Eve's cell, only for Felicity to throw him back. Eve, Felicity, her face pale with exertion, her breath forming clouds of mist, formed a wall of ice shards, keeping her daughter in. But Eve simply smiled. With the flick of a wrist, she dispersed the ice, making an octopus formation out of liquid water. She made a turret of water and at Felicity's shoots it at Felicity's throat. The water solidified, encasing Felicity's esophagus in an ice box. Felicity did that accidentally to herself, by the way. Just letting you guys know. She struggled against it, making the ice stab faster. So you know when snakes latch onto like mice, and the mouse struggles, like this the fangs stick in deeper. That's what it's supposed to be based off of, by the way. Her eyes, widened with fear and betrayal, met Eve's green, almost gray eyes. With a final cry, Felicity went still. The ice began to crack, the cracks making a spiderweb across the surface. Eve watched, her expression unreadable, as her mother's body was frozen, and Eve melted the ice. Okay, ice is frozen water. They practically can control each other's powers. That's kind of how Eve melts the ice. It's because ice is just frozen water. So they kind of like share each other's powers, kind of in a way. Just letting you guys know. Don't come out, make them pausing and stuff. The water came out crimson, with Felicity's blood, started pooling at Eve's feet. Eve knelt down and scooped a handful of Felicity's blood and drank it, tasting metallic and cold. She looked at the water puddle, seeing her wrinkles still there, her cigar brown hair gaining color again. Eve drank more of the cold blood. She looked at the puddle of bloody water, and her wrinkles faded. Eve, seeing the cell door open again, put her mother's body on the bed and ran out the dungeon in her mother's clothes. Hope you guys like that. Please leave likes or subscribe or just compliment the book in the comments or anything. I don't really care. Do what you do. What else do I say? Here's an ending compliment. You get 2 compliments in one video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. You look very nice. You look new. You look like transparent as glass. You look pretty as glass. You look like the stained glass in the Sistine. No, you look like art in the Sistine Chapel. You look like you deserve to be in the Sistine Chapel. You look like you deserve to be on the ceiling. That's how beautiful you are, on the inside and out. No, not literally inside your organs, but like your soul, your heart, and breath. His breath was weird. Whatever. Who cares? Leave a like and subscribe if you like the video. Leave a compliment or any mention of my book and tell me what you liked about it. Chapter 1, as soon as I finish it, if I work on it, I will read you later. If I look like I'm not being able to look at the camera, I kind of can't because I'm usually like bending down, letting you guys know. Bye. Bye.